I was 7 years old when I made my first public speech. It was in Mumbai, India. And I was on the stage facing a crowd of 500 people. It seemed it was 20,000 people at that time. I was standing next to Swami Chinmayananda, a guru who established a school for little children. It was like an after school program that oriented little children into Indian culture and spirituality, which is very famous even today. I remember walking up the stage, turning to face the crowd, and I looked for my parents. They seemed so far away, and at that moment I really wanted both of them next to me. It was not meant to be. My throat was like a parchment paper, dry. My mind was blank. Everything I memorized a whole week before, completely forgot. My hands and feet were trembling. I had never faced a crowd before. Now, I was standing next to the Swamiji, so he's sitting on the chair, I'm here. He put his arm around my shoulder. I looked to him. He looked into my eyes and spoke the words I have never ever forgotten. This is what he said. Remember, he's talking to a 7-year-old. So he looks at me and says, "There are little butterflies in your stomach. Breathe in. And when you breathe out, let the butterflies fly out of you. You will then be able to speak." I thought that was real. And then together with me, he took deep inhalations, and as we exhaled, he kept saying, "Let them fly out, let them fly out." I felt my fear drifting out of me. And then he turned to me and said, "Now speak from your heart." I was supposed to speak for 3 minutes. That was the time given to me. I ended up speaking for 10 minutes. Twice I remember I had to stop because people were applauding. Not sure why, but they were. I finished my speech, and then this guru picked me up, put me on his lap, and blessed me, and everybody stood up to applaud. I can never forget that scene because that filled me with so much confidence. A number of years later, I have been speaking on many, many innumerable occasions. In India, when I lived in an ashram later on to do my education, I have addressed crowds to the tune of 30,000, 50,000 people. I've spoken in front of political leaders, spiritual leaders. But on all these occasions, I always remember those two simple but powerful lessons that this yogi taught the little yogi. Number one, breathe out the little butterflies in your stomach. Number two, speak from the heart. That's it. That's why a yogi, I guess, never fears public speaking.